Good morning, everybody. What's up? So this has been interesting. I have worked remotely in some capacity since like 2016, 2017. I don't know. All the years blur together when you work remotely. But I've been doing it for a while and I really enjoy it. But more people are working remotely right now, probably than like ever before. And I've had a lot of questions from people about how do you stay motivated when you're working remotely? You're living and working in the same space, and y'all, you get cabin fever after a while if you don't have things set up the right way. Like anybody, when I started working remotely, I had a transition period where I was just like committed to celebrating the freedom. So I would just do crazy stuff. Like I would wear pajamas all the time. I would wake up and just like change into a new set of pajamas. So I changed clothes every day, but I was still just wearing pajamas and it probably didn't look very good. So I got that out of my system. I realized that I needed to find some structure into my day, especially as a freelancer, because you can work whenever, wherever, and that amount of freedom is actually really scary when you're on your own. So here is the schedule that I have made for getting ready every day. I'm one of those insufferable morning people. So I get up at 5:30 in the morning and I'm just like awake. I don't even really need coffee. I love coffee, but I don't need it to be awake. So get up at 5:30 and the first thing I do is I make my bed. I think there was this video that went viral a few years ago about the value of making your bed. And I agree with, I don't even remember who the man was in the video, but I agree with that because you wake up and you feel like you've already accomplished something. And also your house looks clean. Since you live and work in the same space, it's really important, at least for me, to keep things like incredibly tidy, like more than you normally would if you worked outside of the home. The second thing that I do is my least favorite part of the day, and I salute people who are like addicted to exercise. I am not one of those people. At 6 a.m., I hop on my treadmill and, I work out for half an hour or I do like cardio dance. And it doesn't really matter when you work out, but when you work remotely, you have to make fitness a part of your schedule intentionally because you're not at the office anymore where you're walking around, walking to lunch or whatever. You don't move very much and it can take a big toll on your body. This isn't mandatory if you want to work remotely, but I actually invested, this desk here is a sit to stand desk. It's motorized, so I can actually stand to work. Whatever you need to do, try to get your body moving. It's really important, especially if you can get outside where there's sun, because you'll be in your house for days and like not even notice. And that's how you get as pale as I am. So I finish working out probably around 6:30 or 7, and then I take the time to cook breakfast. So my work doesn't really start until 8, so I've got an hour. So I spend that hour cooking breakfast. If I'm feeling rushed, I'll just have cereal, but I recently switched to eating vegetarian, so I'll probably eat my millennial go-to, which is avocado toast or an omelet or, whatever. But try to take time to cook something for yourself or your family or whatever. Like cooking that homemade meal just puts me in a good frame of mind for the rest of the day. And after I eat, I take a shower and like get dressed and ready for the day. And what's interesting is I used to think you had to like really dress up to work remotely or really wear PJs all day. There was like no in between. So over time, I've figured out what my personal style is and what I'm comfortable in. So I'm going to break it down for you. It's actually like my uniform. I always wear yoga pants. I tried to put jeans on once and it didn't fit anymore. So then I just gave up. So I pretty much only wear yoga pants when I work, and I'll wear a nice shirt. So I invested in some nice blouses. I get everything I wear off of like ThreadUp. And occasionally I will put a blazer on if I'm talking to my enterprise clients or someone who's a bit more formal. So I do have a blazer that I put on. but I'm still wearing yoga pants. So anyway, once I get dressed, I try to get my day started by having a cup of coffee. Checking my email is really important because you never know what emergencies have happened through the night. It seems like something always happens at 11 p.m. And not every morning looks identical for me. Some days I'm just really tired and I want to sleep in until, wow, 6:30, an extra hour of sleep. So it's okay to adjust your schedule from day to day depending on how you're feeling. But overall, you do need some kind of structure, especially in the morning. I like to front load the day to put more difficult tasks like healthy eating or working out in the morning because that's when your willpower is strongest scientifically. So if you are trying to convince yourself to do positive habits while working remotely, maybe try doing them in the morning. It might work. So I know remote work is new for a lot of people and it was probably really cool and exciting at first. And now we're collectively getting to the point where it's a little tiresome. You want to do something new. Ironically enough, your brain is craving something new, but when it comes to your work, I benefit from a lot of structure. So try out a couple of different routines, see what sticks, and over time you will refine it into something that helps you feel good and healthy and ready to take on the day. So until next week, keep writing.